Good day, everyone! Today we will review historical methodology, historical sources. Do you still remember the steps related to historical methodology? Well, we will recall it now. In order for us to come up with a good historical narrative, we first have to come up with a good question. This question serves as the objective of the research. A main question can be formulated followed by specific questions. The next step is for us to look for evidences or to gather data, which could come from different sources. Data can be gathered through an interview. Sources could also be a birth certificate, letters, artifact, or photographs. The next step is for us to assess or evaluate the evidences. We ask questions like, are these genuine? Are these valid? Are these reliable? Do they reflect accurate information? Part of evaluating the sources is the conduct of historical criticism. It has two types, external and internal criticism. For external criticism, we ask the following questions. When was the document written? Where was it written? Why did it survive? Who was the real author? In other words, we try to check the authenticity of the document. For internal criticism, we try to check the reliability of the sources. We look at the vantage point of the account as either eyewitness or secondhand, the reason for its writing, and we also look for internal consistency and possible connotations. Now, it's time for us to write the historical narrative. In writing the historical narrative, we have to ensure that we write it accurately and that we answer the main and specific questions that were formulated at the start of the process. In historical writing, sources can be classified as primary and secondary sources. Some can also be classified as tertiary source. But what are the differences among these sources and what are some examples of these? We can say that a source is a primary source when it is an original document that contains first-hand information about a topic or an event. Some examples are census records, dance performances, and patents. Secondary source are interpretations, analyses, or discussions based on primary sources. Some examples are the commentaries, magazine articles, and editorial page. While tertiary sources are index, abstract, compilations, or digests of resources like fact books, library manuals, and encyclopedia. Historical sources are very essential materials used to unfold events, accounts, and secrets of the past. But caution must be observed. Primary sources, even eyewitness accounts, are not necessarily accurate. As all other types of sources, accuracy has still to be evaluated and established. In the same manner, a source, mostly taken as secondary, may still be considered as primary depending on the research project. This means that a source may either be primary or secondary depending on the discipline.